Welcome, everybody, to the Jokebudd Show. I'm your host, the one and only. And who I got with me tonight, man, I'm telling you, this is a sandbox OG with me.
Yeah.
Oh, Laydii Dutchess, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great now. You look great. You look great. You look beautiful. You look like a superstar.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the beginnings. Like, I seen you on IG. You had hit me, say you want to do an interview, man, and I did not know who it was. It was like a half a day. I'm thinking of myself, like, who the hell is this? I'm like, now let's hold on. That's my peoples. You like, oh, that's you too, man. How has life been? It's been about 6-7 years since I seen you.
It's been a roller coaster, honestly. It's been up and down. A lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of lessons learned, and now it's just up.
I see.
It's up.
I see. You're a rapper. I'm fucking with it. It sounds good. It sounds provocative. I see the lane. I see the catchiness. I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
How is it being a female MC in the DMV? Like,
sometimes it's frustrating because females, especially in my lane, get overlooked.
Right.
Because you immediately see sex symbol and you think, oh, she's a bubblegum rapper.
Right.
You don't know that people. You don't know that fire is coming out of me.
Yeah.
But with the people that know me, my fan base, I like being a female in the DMV because I eat every guy walking. But it's hard sometimes because, again, there's that stereotype of, oh, there she go. They think you're the ditzy rapper until I open my mouth.
Yeah, man, because you spitting fire, man. One thing I always respected about you on a personal tip was, like, you always had hustle, ambition. Like, you know, you're not taking no for an answer. And to see you here now, it's like, man, like, it makes everything come full circle, like with all of that we grown up and what we're doing and achieving and trying to achieve. Like, man, it's a good look for you.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, thank you.
It definitely is.
That means a lot coming from you because, like, you watch me grow up like little kid.
Yeah.
Little kid.
Yeah.
And I always ran behind my uncles and everybody rapping, so it's always been something that, like, I wanted. That's the only way I got attention.
Yeah. So it's like it's like a family thing. So you like learn through them, and you're not lacking. You ain't slacking, man.
What?
How did you come with the name Laydii Dutchess, though? That's unique.
All right, so my cousin Tanya rapped, and they used to call her Duchess, and she was like, "You remind me of a mini me," so I just started telling people my name was Duchess. I just ran with it,
Right.
and when I started rapping, like really taking it serious, I guess when I was 19, I was at Laydiis studio, and one of the people there, Mike, was like, "You really gotta put something to Dutchess. It can't just be Dutchess, like Miss Dutchess, Hustle Dutchess." I was like, "Nah, I'm a fucking lady." He was like, "All right, Laydii Dutchess." I'm like, I like that.
That definitely has a ring to it.
Yeah, so Laydii Dutchess. And then the spelling, I went to create a website for myself, and there was no domain for it spelled Lady.
Right.
So I switched it and Laydii.
And you got it all set up with the website and everything, man. I see that you linked up with a label. Can you tell me some more about that?
So I signed with It's Gorgeous Music. They're a record and distribution label in Vegas. I signed with them in February.
That's dope.
And I got a label deal and a distribution deal. So it actually is working out. The good thing is we partner with a lot of people. So that opens doors for me that I never thought would be opened.
Right.
And at first I was a little scared, signing with them. But in the first 2 months, maybe, I started getting DMs from Zaytoven and all these different people. And I'm like, hold on. So I reach out to Gorgeous, and I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
He's like, man, we plugged in. You just don't respond. Let me respond for you.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, I felt better. The more time passes, the more work they do for me.
Right.
And it works.
Right. So how long you been taking like this rap thing like this serious to get that plug and get that label's backing?
Honestly, in the beginning, I thought I was taking it serious, but I wasn't.
Really?
I love to rap.
Really?
I would spit you under a table, but I wasn't doing the footwork.
Yeah.
In I'd say the last 2 years, I've been 100% going hard at it, trying to regain a platform to rebuild my name.
Yeah.
And really learn the business.
Right.
And understand what it takes to really put my music out.
No doubt. How you feel about the rap game, far as in the DMV?
I think that we finally found our own sound.
Yeah, I think so.
Before, we wanted to sound like everybody else.
We did.
And on top of that, we were divided.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of crime in the DMV, but one thing about it, we are learning to come together now. We're building businesses. We're building brands.
Yes.
We have our own sound. There's no more crabs in the barrel. Everybody is like definitely clicked up, but each team is working to build something.
Yeah.
So the DMV music scene, I think that it's no longer a matter of time. We're taking off, and I'm supporting it.
Yeah, definitely, because I just feel like everybody's finding their way, and we're finally, got that sound. Everybody got their brand, and now we're looking at ourselves as entrepreneurs.
Yes. Shouts out to Broken Studios. Everybody got a brand.
We all do. Shout out to Laydii Dutchess.
Shout out to Sucker Free.
Yeah, shout out to Sucker Free. Shout out to everybody doing their thing, man. Every time I come through with an episode and an interview, I just feel inspired by all you guys. It's just like, man, wow, like, we taking charge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like it's our time.
Yeah, it is. And the wild thing is, when I first started rapping in this area, everybody was like in competition, but in competition for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now it's like friendly competition, and everybody's winning.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, you see the real end game and what it should be and could be, and how we can change each other's lives. Because it only takes us one or two. We pull each other up. We're starting to get this linked up, this circuit of how you move, I move. If I'm over here, we're starting to share the intel.
Yeah,
Instead of this one person holding everything and
right.
they don't really help you. They don't really help
It's
you.
lit, though.
It's definitely lit, man, because they're saying that the DMV is more than just go and mumbo sauce and
okay.
things like that. Because,
but we are.
Yeah,
the DMV is a lot. Like, even though mentioning, like, Broken Studios and Sucker Free, the DMV, I've seen so many brands, so many clothing lines, so many artists, so many restaurants.
Yes.
Everybody's just... You'd be surprised that everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So when everybody's working together to win, there's no way we could lose.
I tell people it's only about a 2 to 3 degree separation in the DMV, if that. Because you know somebody that knows somebody that knows you. So it's not going to go too far without being connected.
Yeah, definitely.
So we all, we just keep this thing up and we can just keep making this a force. Because we on the rise. We are on the rise. Tell me more about your music. Like, what kind of sound do you feel like you go for? And your
I go for Laydii Dutchess sound.
So is that edgy?
No,
raunchy?
It depends on how I feel, honestly. I can't even lie. Like, I'm really vulgar. Because for a long time I wasn't comfortable with like not really my sexuality, but talking about my sexual experiences. Right. And now,
It's fun.
I'm a woman. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. So it's fun to it's very fun to elaborate and play with people's imaginations. So I'm really sexual a lot of times, but depending on how I feel, I can be conscious. I get real ratchet sometimes. Sometimes I get hood. Living in Brooklyn for 3 years and being amongst the people that I was up there, I lived a wild, crazy life. So I've seen a lot of different walks and I talk about them all, but the vulgarity and that sometimes that conscious rap are like my top two. Right. I like to spit real, but I like to be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. We're going to ask you a question about the rappers that inspired you to be a rapper. Like, what rappers inspired you to really?
Lil' Kim.
I see
Tupac.
I like it. Tupac or Biggie, who better? Uh-oh,
Did
here
you
we
really?
go. The pressure.
Okay, so do I have to choose?
Yeah, Tupac or Biggie. Pick a side. That's
Tupac.
what they say. Okay, why is that? Why you feel like that?
But I respect them both.
No doubt.
But Tupac, because I'm a daddy's girl. My dad was a Tupac fan, and I grew up listening to Tupac and knowing every Tupac song. I could quote some Biggie songs, but only the ones that were on the radio because I wasn't a diehard fan. Right. But I love Big. He told stories. He was a mogul. He was someone for people in his environment to look up to. I just happened to grow up listening to Pac.
Okay.
And he's one of my favorite rappers.
So Kim, Pac, and who else inspired
Nikki, Remy, Rodiga. Yeah. Nas, Jay-Z. I got a lot.
You got, I see it because you got like kind of that old school feel with the new school mixed into it. But I could definitely see Kim all the way through.
Oh yeah,
I definitely see that.
I love Kim. Shouts out to La Bella Mafia. I love Kim.
Yeah, definitely, man. Kim. But like I said, man, I would not have thought like growing up and us being here. We'll be in this position.
Right?
To where we at, you know.
And you know, it's crazy. I like went on your page. I'm like, so I saw T2's interview.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is dope. But I couldn't really see you because it's so far back.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking, I'm like, I DM'd you. I'm like, let me get an interview.
Yeah.
So then when you're like, Brade, I'm like, who is this? Because they have to know me to
Yeah.
spell my name out like brah. So, so I get to scrolling through the pictures and I get all the way to the bottom. I was like, Joker.
Yeah,
So
it's me.
Yeah, so I thought that was really dope. I think that it's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
like somebody got to have this platform to, exacerbate the information and the talent that's here in
Yeah.
the DMV, let alone first and foremost Alexandria. And it's just like, man, why not? You know,
ABA.
we got to definitely do it. And I just feel like, you know what? All right, this is my lane, and I knew it, and I should have been doing it. Like I always tell people, man, I'm about 2 to 3 years late to the game, but
Yeah.
hell with it.
Nah, it's
I'm
never
here
too
now.
late.
But that's the thing. You know, it's never too late, and that's why I
Yeah.
tell a lot of people, man. Like, it's never too late, man. If you got that feeling, man, that itch come. Like I was telling my man's earlier, Smith, who was there earlier, like, man, it took me about 35 years to realize what I need to be doing. And I finally found it, and we're gonna run with it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you got my support. I think this is really dope.
I appreciate it, man. How do you feel about the grind of being an artist?
Man, it's strenuous.
Tell me about it.
It takes a lot, you know, like waking up in the morning. The first thing I do, and it's wild because before, the average person wakes up, they use the bathroom, they brush their teeth. I wake up, I check my Instagram, my email, my Twitter,
Yeah.
my text messages. I'm
Yeah.
looking at my views and my insights, and
Yeah.
my day starts that way. My day doesn't start with let me jump up, brush my teeth.
Right.
And don't get it messed up. I get to it.
course,
But
of course,
I mean, it's
no
just
doubt.
a strenuous process.
It's the job.
Like my eating habits have changed, like as far as like the foods that I put in my body on a regular basis because I'm really trying to stay a certain size.
Yeah.
It's like the people I associate myself with, my everyday life evolves around my music.
Right.
And it's the grind is a lot,
Yeah.
It's a lot. Even now I got a new single out and I'm realizing like as hard as the label's working, I got to work that much harder
Exactly.
to try to push my stuff myself because I have to remain relevant.
Yeah.
The moment that I stop posting, the moment that I take a break, people will think that I'm lacking.
Exactly.
So the grind doesn't stop.
Yeah.
We definitely rest, but it doesn't stop.
Yeah, because I be feeling the same way. Like, man, you gotta put your foot on the gas pedal and keep it going. Like you said, rest but cool. But nah, the grind don't stop, man. I was just thinking about I was thinking about this interview and I had like, man, I wonder what you like. What was your take on the verses lately? With Bone Thugs and 3-6.
Man,
Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
first off, let me just say this, okay? I peeped a lot of little stuff that was going on, and it was like,
It's having some fun.
all right, but see, I'm an honest person, so I'm gonna say this, and I don't, all offense to whoever takes offense, I think that when you got a platform like that, and this is just me speaking from a person that comes from addiction, when you have a platform like that,
Yeah.
you don't utilize that platform to send the wrong message.
You don't.
And you got a lot of kids, teenagers that was watching that.
You do.
That are going to be influenced by it.
Yeah.
Y'all fighting, y'all exchanging stuff on stage and all the stuff that people caught on to.
Yep.
It sends the wrong message. But
Yeah.
do I think it was a good versus? All right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I think that anybody is, do I think that, man, 3-6 rocks,
Of course.
period. Bone Thugs, y'all got it. I mean, y'all legends. And I'm a 3-6 Mafia fan,
No
so
doubt.
there's no competition for
Exactly.
me. But at the same time, I just think that the platform could have been used to do more than them fight, bicker, and sell drugs.
Right. But like when that's all you've been brought up on and that's your your mantra, ruckus and when you get into that lane as you will and you get what you want, it precedes itself,
Yeah.
So it's like, to them that's normality.
It
know what I'm
is.
saying?
I'm not knocking it. I was disappointed. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
I was disappointed.
As older people,
Yeah.
it happens, but
Because you see all the other, there was a couple verses that got heated, like that Dipsat one with, what was it, Dipsat
And Locks.
And the Locks. It got a little heated, but it was still all in good, it ended well.
No doubt.
So I just think that there's just certain boundaries that shouldn't be
So
crossed.
who would you want to see in the verses?
Nikki and Cardi.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Kim and Foxy. I thought that was on
Nikki and Cardi.
Nikki and Cardi.
There is no comparison. For me personally, there's no comparison for Kim. Kim is the originator.
So she get like the
personally.
Jay-Z treatment.
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
Sit back and
I
kick
feel
it.
like at the end of the day, every single female that has come out after Kim, including myself, has definitely created their own lane, but no one has been able to recreate or emulate Kim.
No doubt. So yeah, Kim. Yeah. So who won between Nikki and Cardi? Who you got winning? Uh-oh, getting a little steamy.
Okay, so look,
steamy.
Right? So
break it down. What's up?
So lyrically, Nikki.
Okay, I can get that.
Hit for hit.
I
think it would be
Cardi or
cutting it very close because now the only thing is Nikki got more songs out than Cardi
and features.
Yeah. So I see Nikki winning when it get hands down, hit for hit, bar for bar,
that's 20
feature
songs.
for feature.
That's 20 songs.
Nikki's gonna win. Yeah. But do I think that they both are equally good at this point? Yes, Cardi has put in some work, and I've watched her evolve as an artist. And I play Cardi all day.
Right.
I'm a Barty fan, but I'm also a Nikki fan. I feel like bar for bar, Nikki writes her own stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure that Cardi doesn't write her stuff either. I'm not there with them.
Yeah.
When they're putting their stuff out, I think they both are equally good.
Right. So when you go into a studio, what's the process for a Laydii Dutchess track?
Man, it's easy.
It's easy?
It's easy. If you play me a beat, it takes me like 10 to 15 minutes to write a verse.
Right.
It takes me like no time. Like I booked a session recently, 2 hours. I laid down 7 full songs in 2 hours.
Ooh. So you working?
Oh, I work. It's easy.
Yeah, so you working.
It's
so like,
easy.
So like that's like the process we go on with another rapper. What rappers have you worked with so far?
I have features with Young Mo, Fat Trell, Keezy Vo, Janelle Summer, Dig Chigaloo from Northeast. I'm on Geronimo Jones mixtape. I'm on the Cocaine Cowboys mixtape. I've worked with some people.
Who haven't you worked with that you want to work with?
That I want to work with?
Locally. Then we'll get to the
Shy Glizzy.
National. Okay, Shy.
I want to work with Shy Glizzy, 100%. I wanted to, and I have to say this, rest in peace. I wanted to work with London Dior very bad because she was a monster. If I had the opportunity to remix a song of hers, she'd definitely be a feature.
Right.
But right now, just Shy Glizzy. Also, who else? Big Nintendo, Big Flock. I don't know who else. That's Pinky Killer Corn. Definitely. She's fucking groovy. She's like Erykah Badu, but the new age. She's so lit.
Yeah, she's definitely dope as hell. Definitely.
Sniper B.
Okay.
Locally, I think that's it that I can think offhand.
Right.
I'd want to do something with Wale, definitely.
No doubt.
Black Cobain.
Right.
Definitely Black Cobain. It's an AVA thing. We don't got no song together.
Right.
I did a song with Jab like a long time ago.
Really?
Long time ago. I was like 22 when the Oceans first was being, But it'd be nice to do something with him too.
Right. With all the tick and violence going on in the DMV, do you feel like the music plays a role in it?
I do.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I think the music definitely plays a role in the way that people act. Because right now, everybody's influenced by the gunplay. Right. Everybody's influenced by the fashions, and everybody that can't afford it will take it from you.
No doubt.
So it's like, I think that the music plays a part, but the people that are responsible play a huge part as well. Because you have some of the older people that have an influence on the younger generation that aren't necessarily strong arming the young generation. I think it's necessary because a lot of these young guys, especially with guns out here, they're being taught that it's cool to shoot guns, but they're not being taught that they can get licensed before becoming a felon because they were carrying an unregistered firearm.
Exactly.
It's about education at this point.
Right.
And we have I watched DMC do a live maybe a few days ago, and he said that hip hop is no longer being utilized he said hip hop is no longer being utilized for the reasons that it was created,
right?
Which was to deliver a message.
No doubt.
And I think that it's hard to answer because I think that the music influences, yes, but I think that it's the people that surround these people.
Definitely.
If you had more OGs out here and more older people out here that were saying, look, we're not tolerating that, then it'd be a different outcome.
Right.
But then you got these youngins out here that they don't care. Right. They are senseless. And it's unfortunate because they have no direction.
And they don't.
And it sucks because
they don't listen.
It sucks though. It really does because we are the minority. And ultimately, the generation after us may not make it for us to see a generation after them.
Exactly. And the thing about that is, man, you think the big wigs of these labels play a role in it? They pick,
of course.
They pick and choose
of course.
the certain acts
of course.
that incite this for the numbers. It's become a numbers game instead of a content game. As far as the originality and things like that. So I feel like the big wigs played a lot of role in that.
They do. They do. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily sure because I think that it's the people that are buying the content.
Right.
You got to look at what they actually want to hear.
Exactly.
And majority of the people that are actually buying and streaming music are between the ages of 12 and 16.
Exactly.
They want to hear all that rah-rah.
Right.
A lot of them are ravers. They like mosh pits. They like that the huge crowds and the like for instance, Rico Nasty. I want to do a song with her too. Rico Nasty brings out a crowd, but she brings out a crowd of people that want water poured on them and they want to be smacked in the face and they want, they like that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And that's what the youth is into.
Right.
So unfortunately, the music that's being created is giving them the adrenaline rush they want.
Yeah. How you feel about that Travis Scott Astro World incident and the festival? Because we all been to festivals and it's been tight when you're getting in the wrong crowd and you can't move and the air gets tight. I think it was a hell of a tragedy. Do you feel like they pulled Travis from everything? How you feel about that?
I think that
we know it's not his fault, but
I think that he should have been pulled from everything.
Yeah.
I think that he cannot be blamed for what happened 100%.
No doubt.
I think that at some point when he saw that things were going wrong as a human being, he could have said,
stopped.
look, we're going to stop this right now.
Yeah.
We'll resume another day. We have to, and then go to the drawing board and say, look, this is too many people.
Yeah.
Let's split it up. I'll give them a free concert, something. They money back because we got to do less people for the sake of.
Yeah.
But to fully blame him, I don't think that he's to blame.
Right.
I think that the venue is to blame because they allowed that many people.
Exactly.
I think that lack of security is to blame. I think that the people, even the parents even, that knew that this many people were there, knowing that it's COVID, knowing there's a possibility their child could not be safe, knowing what was to come, I think that a lot of people are to blame, not just him. Yeah. But I do think that he has to be held accountable to some extent because he had a choice to continue or not continue.
No doubt. Yeah, that was the scary part. Him seeing certain things and
still performing.
Yeah. But I don't think going to a Travis Scott concert myself, I don't think that's a place for a 9-year-old. Me personally,
no, not at all.
Not in the mosh pit, Maybe VIP on the outside ring. If you gotta take your child, that's the only part that didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, but see, and that's why I brought up, the Rico thing, because you gotta know where you're sending your kids when you send them, and I'm sure these parents know.
Right.
So ultimately, you can't be the pushover parent, and when your kid says, F this mom, I'm going, and you let them go, now you want to sue the venue, the artist, and the security because your child got stomped out in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
No. And don't get it messed up. My condolences, or excuse me, not even my condolences, but my prayers to those families. But it's you got to take responsibility as a parent.
Right. Where do you see your goals in the next few years as far as this rap game? What's your goals? Give me your goals.
I definitely want to tour the world. I want to tour the world. I want the opportunity to see other countries,
no doubt,
to give back to other countries, to be able to I love kids. I just want to be able to that rush of millions of kids in other countries coming up to me, and I got the power to give them shoes and books and clothes, and I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I want a Grammy or a few. Right. I want to be able to act. I'm going to act.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, I definitely see in my future. I need to do a Tyler Perry film.
No doubt.
So acting, traveling the world, touring, and my nonprofit organization that I'll build through my music. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to put
people here, man.
I don't want to put the name out there because I don't want to give away too much. But it'll be an entertainment-based youth outreach program where I'll be able to offer entertainment-based skills and opportunities to the youth, so they could get away from some stuff,
Tell me about it.
Yeah, but I see me touring. I see me winning Grammys, performing at award shows, sitting with the president when Barack Obama gets back in office.
Right. Or the next Barack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll get another one.
I just see me doing really big things, but giving back first to AVA, to where I came from first, and then everyone else around me. I think that it takes people like me to give back to the Black community because it starts with us.
It does.
Yeah.
And it did start with us. How do you feel? Walk with me through how you feel when you're performing. Because you're like an act, and it's like, I see what you're selling. I want to know what the rush is when you perform and you just tap into that zone. Like, how does it make you feel?
It's like an orgasm.
Really?
Yeah, it's like an orgasm. I actually did a show recently at Pure, and I was rapping, and when I was done, this guy had on like a full sweatsuit. Can I curse on here?
You do whatever you
His
want.
dick was standing straight up in his pants, in his sweatsuit, and the feeling that I felt, because I knew it was because of me, it was like, oh my God. Just knowing I could do this to people, it was dope. But I get this rush, and especially now because of where I came from. People that know my story and know where I came from, you got to understand, I lived a hell of a life. Struggle. And I beat the odds. I came back from a dark place people don't come from. So now it's like being reborn all over again, because I never thought I could do this again and be accepted in the way that I'm accepted now.
Right.
So, man, I just feel like
it's provocative.
It's like sex.
Yeah, it's like provocative. I mean, I see it. I know you're gonna put on a show. I can't wait to see your show. I already know you're gonna transform it. I'll be backstage with the post game report,
man, what?
Everything. Like,
I can't wait.
I can see it all happening. Like, I really feel like I was telling my man, it's like, man, we got to get a lot of these acts together. So y'all can have like a showcase, man.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be dope.
Like a real showcase.
You
know what I'm saying? Maybe it had to be in the daytime, because motherfuckers be tripping, man. I ain't like to curse personally, man, but if we can get like a showcase like this spring or summer, after everything calmed down with COVID, and have all these acts, maybe from the DMV, but mostly from Alexandria.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talent here.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. And it's wild because I remember Black Cobain was one of the first artists that I really saw bring light to AVA. And I remember like yesterday when they shot that video in the Ville with Shy Glizzy, and the police shut us down. I was out there and we had to go to Duke Street to the basketball court. And it was a movement. Like, and to see him bring that many black people together and there not be a fight, there not be a shootout, there not be no drama. It was just, wow, he did it. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that. And we got some artists from here that are dope.
We do. And that's the thing that inspires me. Like, man, we really got some people out here really doing their thing, man. It's just finding a way to cultivate everything and get everything showcased for everybody to get this shine and really put on, man. Because I'm impressed by all of y'all.
I can't wait. I remember when Jab dropped his project, when he dropped Oceans.
Yeah.
And I was like, in that moment, I said, he's about to make it right now.
Yeah.
Like, the music was that good. I said, he's about to blow right now.
Yeah.
And AVA is overlooked. Young Mo's doing it right now, too. He's putting on.
Exactly.
It's our time right now.
Yeah.
And I think that people got to take advantage of it. And I plan to.
Yeah.
I plan to, because if not, we end up singing shoulda, coulda, woulda, jingle in a cup. And it won't be me.
And who wants that?
No.
And who wants the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, That's what I tell people, man. It's all about the grind, man. You got to manifest this thing, but you got to put the work in. And that's one thing I be doing, man. I be up thinking of things, writing things out, man. It's not a day to go by and thinking about this. And I just be like, man, we're going to get this thing crunk. But we got to be like a platform for everybody to like show their talents. And I just think that's happening. I really feel like we're going to have like a showcase and a concert and things like that. So what are the things that Laydii Dutchess likes to do on a normal basis? Just the normal things.
I love to take baths, and I'm really extra. As you can see, I'm really extra. So I like to take baths. I put rose petals in my bath and bubbles, and I got this lavender milk. Like, I love taking baths. I love to cook. And cooking has become therapy for me. Like, I prep and all that. Like, I go through the process. I put my Sade or my slow music on. I put my phone up on live on the ring light, and I cook.
Yeah.
I'm on live every time I cook.
Right.
I love to cook. I love shooting. Guns, because you looked at me like, what? I love shooting. We're actually doing an event tomorrow with Twister and Black Rambo.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm a part of the Chopper community. I support Mark Chopper 100%. I go out there on Sundays, and we teach the youth how to shoot. We teach them gun safety, finger control, archery, all types of things. I'm going to get them equipped, and tomorrow Twister's coming out to head the range tomorrow outdoors. Damn. So but I love to shoot. I'm really good. I love doing hair.
Okay.
Every hairstyle anyone has ever seen me with, I did myself.
Right.
I love to read. I love to read. I mean, I love doing anything that makes me feel good. I love shopping. I love traveling. I love sex. It just depends.
Right. So that's what they want to know. They're talking about Laydii Dutchess. So
Dutchess.
what's her demands from her man that she's been with? Like what she wants out of her man? Like what does she want? What is things? He needs to be charming, cute. Well, like what? Like what? Because like everybody's gonna fantasize when they see this. Like, oh,
So
look
he
at
has to be taller than me.
taller.
He has to be built. Not necessarily 100% muscular, but just a man, you know. He has to cater to my emotions. I like sweet nothings. I like attention. I like emoji text messages. I like my back rubbed. I like, I don't require much. I just want to be treated like a woman. He has to open doors. He has to step about me. He cannot play about me at all.
There you go.
At all. Like, yeah, he has to just be a man and be all about me.
All in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But to be picky, I'm not too picky,
That's good.
I've been with a guy who had absolutely nothing, and he was the perfect guy. And I've been with a guy who had almost anything I could want, need, and think of, and he was a horrible guy.
Right.
So it just depends on who he is.
So if you make it big time, you gonna stay around here? Where you want to move to? You gonna stay around here with us? Where you gonna?
I definitely.
You going to L.A.? Label in Vegas. What you gonna do to us?
The label's in Vegas. I definitely see myself. I want to buy property. I want to save enough money to buy property in another country.
Okay.
That's a goal. I want to buy property in another country, and I want to buy land in the U.S., preferably on the outskirts of Virginia, so that need be, if anybody close to me needs to get away.
Right.
State of emergency, anything. I own property.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
own land.
No doubt.
That's it. I'm going to go wherever I want to go, but this is home.
People like me doing this podcast. People get a perception. You being a rapper now, people have a perception. Like what, especially with family. What's been your family's perception of you being like a made rapper? Do you feel like with me, they already feel like I'm making money off podcasts? I just started. Like you see what comes with already. From the perception
I get that.
of it.
I get the perception all the time. Like I've had people be like, "Oh, what's up, big money?" And I'd be looking at them like, "Bitch, I'm struggling." Like I'm a starving artist.
I'm telling you, I'm the same
so
way.
and it's crazy because they don't get it messed up. Like everybody's doing well. Like I'm doing well.
Yeah.
But
people
assume that
the most.
I had a guy the other day look at my watch. He said, "Damn, Rolex bust down." And I looked at my watch. I said, "This is from the Pink Vault." I said it to him. I said, "This is from the Pink Vault." Like, you can tell you've never had a Rolex, but it's just I think that the perception, not from my family, from strangers, is wild. My family is fully aware. Some of them aware of what's going on with me, and they understand.
No doubt.
But people that don't know me, they're like, they swear I got $1 million. Like. I had a guy take me out once and got mad. First off, I'm ordering stuff after you said everything's on you. You paid for bowling.
Right.
I ordered us food, enough for me, you, and your friend, because it was me, you, and your guy friend. Ordered us food and drinks. The lady comes and says, "Y'all still want the pizza?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You paying for this shit?" I said, "Well," he said, "Look at you. You got money. Look at your chain." I'm like, "These are crystals, but thanks." Thanks, I didn't say that, but in my brain, I'm like,
exactly.
It's just people assume that I'm something I'm not.
Right.
And I am still Brade from the Ville.
Yeah.
Peed in the bed till I was 13. That little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense. I'm still her.
Real shit.
And the money, no matter how much money I got, I'm still gonna eat oodles and noodles.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna shop at Five and Below.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go to Olive Olay. I'm still gonna bargain for my wigs. And know I could buy one for $1,000. I'm still going to buy that one that costs $65 because it's a one-time wear. I'm still going to eat steakums. Like,
exactly.
Bye.
That's the unique thing about...
Well, no, I'm not going to eat no steakums because I don't eat red meat no more. But,
But that's the unique thing about when you finally... Your eyes open to, like, what you're trying to do. Your eyes is on the prize. Like, with myself, like, man, certain things I wanted to buy, like, man, I ain't buying that shit no more. I don't got nothing to prove no more. I got bigger... I see different. You know what I'm saying? I got a bigger aspiration. That shit ain't about nothing. No
Ocho
more.
Cinco said it. This is what he said. He did that. He posted that video where he went in Claire's.
Oh yeah, and got
And
the
bought a pair of
earrings.
Cupid's, and he's like, they look just like these that cost thousands of dollars, and I'm gonna get the same pussy with these $15 earrings.
Yep.
Because my bank account still says X amount of zeros.
Yeah, because they said you
Why
already Googled
spend
it.
all that money?
Yeah, because now, you know, it takes something to know something, and I just started realizing, man, now it's starting to all make sense of the sacrifices that we all got to make, you know, to get to that next level. You know?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be easy, you know.
I don't want it to be easy.
Not at all.
I don't want it to be easy. You know, I'm not into religion, but I'm very spiritual, and I believe that the hardest tasks are given to the strongest people.
No doubt.
And I know that anything worth having is worth fighting for. It's not.
doubt.
It shouldn't be given to you easily.
No doubt.
Where I am today, I had to fight very hard to get to,
Right.
because I was in a very dark place, and it wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be the woman I am today had it been easy. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's just like we gotta sacrifice that. I mean, it always comes back to me because me doing the same things I was doing, they gonna get me to these places I've never been.
It's insanity.
Yeah, it really is. And I be thinking to myself like, come on, man, we can't do this old shit. And that's why, like, man, this is the first Christmas. I ain't buy myself nothing or anything or won't even receive it. If anybody had a gift, nah, I'm good. Nah.
Really?
Nah, it's just like I was telling like, man, if I want something, we could pull something. Like, I was like, one thing I'm gonna do for myself is like, I'm gonna get money together, get hats for the company. Like, if I'm buying something, it had to be for the company. I have enough personal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need nothing else. If it ain't about the company, it ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like Jordans, extra designer shit, like I need to buy my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, really promote my own self. Like, I'm starting to realize what people was talking about all these times in the South and other places. How about supporting your brands and how big that is.
You know, something that I see too now, because working with the label that I work with, you know, like I watched Bread when it came. Shouts out to him. He just dropped a single featuring Boosie called Shooters. He got some stuff with Honeycomb Brazy, Trouble 2 Times. We all are a team. So I have to definitely plug, but I watch how he moves with the people around him, people in other places, even in LA, in Atlanta, in Texas, and everybody. It's like that one person with money. They're like, let me put a little bit of money in his hand. Let me put a chain on him real quick. Here, take these racks. Shoot this video. Let me make you look like something.
Yeah.
And we all gonna come up together.
Yeah.
And it's really, and I'm starting to see it now in the DMV, but it needs to happen more for us to be able to let the man next to us look like something too.
Yeah.
So that we all can make it. If one of us eat, all of us eat.
Yeah.
Not one of us eat and I feed you, but you can't eat with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. We got to work on that supply chain thing as far as like in Atlanta or Chicago, how people get through. It's going to take, we're on the premise of it, though. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
working. It's coming.
That's cool because like the thing about it is we got our own music now. I've seen a lot of more podcasts pop up, so it's like we're gonna have our own platforms to talk about it. We got our own music, we got our own clothes.
Yeah.
It's like sooner or later we're gonna close the doors. You know what I'm saying? And like, oh, y'all wasn't rocking with us? Cool. Like we'll do it ourselves and and then go out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we gotten opportunistic from this pandemic. How's the pandemic treated you? Tell me how. When you around March, April, how you felt with that 2020 and how it changed since then? Like
the pandemic was the pandemic helped me to evolve.
Same here.
It helped me to change my life, honestly. I started learning how to be alone, how to focus on myself, how to focus on sobriety, how to focus on my craft,
right?
How to love me, how to be content with just me, because I was forcefully shut off from everybody.
Right.
I got a lot of older family, cousins that are distant, people that didn't want to be bothered with nobody during the pandemic.
Right.
And you got to understand, I come from the Galloway family. We were always close,
right.
Party together, to holidays, parties, cookouts. We unbreakable.
Right.
And everybody just separated.
Yeah.
So I was left alone, especially because I had burned so many bridges over time. So the pandemic treated me real good because I was able to find myself.
Yeah.
and understand who I wanted, not only who I was, but who I wanted to be.
Right.
Not who everybody else thought I was, but who I wanted to be, who I wanted to answer to.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
So Laydii Dutchess was born again.
In the pandemic. I tell you one thing, man, I just had some sober moments driving through some streets on broad daylight, and it's places boarded up, and the soul on the street except was like some homeless people or something. Man, it was a unique thing, man. This pandemic really reared its ugly head. Now they saying the COVID cases going back up and shit. So it's just like, God damn, we can't win for losing.
I honestly, I see that. I think that there's a bigger picture, or I won't say bigger picture, but a greater ulterior motive.
Yeah.
And we'll never know. And ultimately, the one thing I do know about God, when you create things with a evil purpose, it always backfires.
No doubt.
Karma's very real. And the one thing about us, and I keep taking it back to us as Black people, being originals, being melanated, being originals. People have studied for years how to break the Black body. You can't.
Yeah.
So this is just another test that'll fail, and we'll get through it.
Yeah,
we'll get through it. I watched a show, and it's crazy because there's always truth in movies and shows. I watched Underground, and a woman's words verbatim said, "We've been studying for years how to break down the nigga body, and we just can't figure it out." And it's real because it happens every day with medicines, with testing, vaccines. And it's not just us, it's the minority in general. This COVID thing, it'll pass.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, it wasn't meant to.
Yeah.
But I trust the process. All it's done for us as a people, I see, is help us be healthier, be more conscious, be more aware. And it's opened up a lot of people's eyes to what's really going on around us. I don't see it being a bad thing, but I see it being very tragic to the people that are losing relatives behind it.
Yeah, that's the only thing. 'Cause I lost some people. But it opens your eyes and lets you know that your time is limited. You need to get to work. And that's one thing it really helped me with and got me off the chair. It was like, man, you got to get to work. Cause like, you just existing, man. You could be doing a lot better for yourself.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, sometimes you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Even when it's not where you want to be,
yeah.
Sometimes you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. But I'm just telling you, man.
I'm supposed to be right here at Broken Studios.
There we go.
On this couch, okay?
And we're here.
Yeah.
And we are here, man. And I'm telling you, dog, it's just unique to see you now and knowing we're grown together. And it's like I've seen a lot of people sat on that couch who I've grown up with, and it's like we have a pedigree in Alexandria. That's one thing I can say. We definitely have a pedigree.
Fake that face again.
Yeah. That's the Alexandria pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
you
that.
gotta have it. It's like that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
we're not settling.
Yeah. I'm not. I can't settle. I can't. And it's crazy because Gorgeous, and he's the founder and owner of the label, Gorgeous really believed in me. When I did a radio interview, I did another podcast, All Gas, No Breaks, and they said, there's this guy we just interviewed, he has a record label, you should reach out to him. And I was like, okay, cool. So I reached out to him. He said, go through the process. He's forwarded me to the label, send them your bio, your music, whatever. And 3-4 days later, they reached out to me and said, we want to set up an interview with you.
Word.
And they set up the interview with me. And about 4 weeks later, when they flew from LA over here, because they were building a studio here at the time. Now the studio's up. They were building Gorgeous Music Studio here. They came and did my signing with me. So I am not only signed, but backed by Boosie Juice. I am Watermelon Kiwi.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did the signing. They had the bottles of Boosie Juice there, the contracts for the label and both. And I thought that it was so dope. And at that moment, I said, bitch, you did it.
Yeah.
And Gorgeous really believes in me. But it wasn't until I saw that someone so great saw in me what I felt other people didn't see in me that I really said, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I took it serious. I always took it serious.
Right.
But I wasn't full throttle until the day I signed that contract.
Right.
Because I said, oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
Even if it's minor, because they're indie label.
Right.
They're not mainstream.
Uh-huh.
But I said, the fact that somebody's putting paperwork in front of me.
Yeah.
And says, and they sent it to me ahead of time and said, read it, go over it. And God is so good. I had a lawyer at the time that was working another case. He read over my contract. He put asterisks by everything. You need to change this. That was when I said, oh, no. I sent the contract back. They changed everything.
Wow.
and sent it back. I said, "Oh, this is real."
Oh, that's amazing.
And having him believe in me is big. Also having the support that I have from him is big because I didn't realize how well connected he was.
Right.
Until like I just had a guy try to play with me about a video, and he got on the phone with me and he called Davy's brother and he was like, "Look, who is such and such and such and such? I got Laydii Dutchess on the line. She need her video footage, blah blah blah." And the next day I got apologies and text messages and I got the video footage in my email and I was
dope.
like,
That's dope.
I was like, "Oh, this is a serious little movement right here."
Yeah,
Okay.
no doubt.
Yeah,
No, man,
it's I love what I got going on right now.
what can you say for those up and coming artists, preferably females, trying to come up in the game, who just need some words to know what's going on as far as encouragement, realization? What would you say to them, the ones who's trying to get their foot in the door?
I would tell them to stand their ground
Yeah.
and don't change.
Right.
Don't compromise. If you believe in who you are as an artist
Yeah.
and you stand on who you are as an artist and a woman, stand on it.
Right.
Because it's a tough industry to crack as a woman.
Yes.
You have to stay in it 100%. The only advice I could give them is don't part your legs.
Yeah.
And that's just me from experience. Once you become industry pussy, you remain industry pussy. That's the best advice I can give you.
That's true.
It's hard for a man to respect a
real.
woman that he is looking at as competition when he knows he can have her.
Yeah. Straight up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, just stand on who you are. Because now I go toe-to-toe with these niggas and you can't have me.
There you go.
You know?
Right.
You may be able to sit next to me.
Yeah.
No, scratch that. You may be able to sit in front of me. But next to me, you're going to have to fight for it.
Yeah, no doubt. What's you think you ready for like the tour life?
Yeah.
On the bus all the
100%.
time, flying here,
100%.
waking up tired.
Yes,
So you
that's what
ready-
coffee's for.
So you ready to relish in that?
I am. I am.
That'll be unique.
I am. I cannot wait. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to do Ellen. I want to do Ellen.
You wanna do
She's such a
Ellen?
flirt. Yeah, I want to flirt with Ellen. DeGeneres.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
dope.
can't wait. I'm excited about it, honestly. The only thing the only thing that I am dreading a little bit is how annoyed I'm gonna be with having to share my space.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Just having to share my space. I'm gonna be annoyed with
Yeah.
that. The tour bus and not being able to shut a door and
Yeah.
you're getting on my nerves and that's
Yeah.
how I may be able to set it up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be annoyed with having to share my space. Other than that, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat sushi in other countries.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm ready to eat sushi in other countries and try foods and I want to try tarantulas.
So tarantulas. What,
Yeah.
What countries you trying to go to? What do you need that from? See?
Bengali, Bangladesh. People that are Bengali, they eat like tarantulas and crickets and stuff.
Do they cook it?
Yeah, they're cooked.
Okay.
Like
they take
fried.
all the hair off?
I don't know, but I saw a video and I just want to experience wild, crazy stuff like that, and I won't until I tour the world.
Yeah, you want the experience.
Yeah.
So
I want to go sharking.
You want to go sharking? Okay.
Yeah, I've never had shark meat.
Oh, okay.
Other than these niggas I be eating on these tracks,
Ooh,
But
kill them. But getting back to the music, like your music is dope. Like,
yeah, thank you.
like you can even see the effort in it. And that's dope that like you even come to me like you was signed like she didn't get signed, she got the back end. I'm like, man, you really not playing no games.
A lot of people suggest that you stay independent though.
Everybody got their own way.
Yeah. But I mean, them backing me was necessary because they got the money to put behind me.
Yeah.
They have the machine, right now, like I'm streaming in 47 countries, my single. And that was distributed through the label. I didn't have to go through a third party and a distro kid it
Right.
was just, okay, this is the release.
Yeah.
It's out.
Yeah.
Go on this platform.
Right.
And in the past, I never put out music. I performed. I had YouTube videos
Right.
but I didn't know I had stuff on MySpace. How long ago was that?
Right.
I never put out music correctly.
Yeah.
So for them to actually put this music out for me is dope.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that it could be this big.
Exactly.
I just, long as I could freestyle, I was cool.
Yeah. So that's the unique thing. Like, man, it's still wowing you and the things you got going on as far as the back end of the label. And everything ain't for everybody, but everybody got their own way.
Yeah.
And as long as it's serving its purpose, that's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
I'm sorry, Dag.
So what about your future project? Can we talk about that?
You want to talk about it? So my next project, I don't know if I should tell you the name.
You don't have to tell us the name. Like, can you tell us how it's coming together?
It's coming together really well, actually. And this next project is really deep because I dug deep. I dug deep. It's much more because I don't only rap. I sing, I play guitar, and I write my own music. And this next project, it speaks volumes to who I am as a woman.
Yeah.
I have some neo soul tracks on there. I have
Really?
Oh yeah. I got my cousin Shy. Shy Beats did a couple of beats on my project, and he sang on a couple of the hooks.
Sweet.
So I mean, it's just the new project it's Friday. It's who I am inside.
No doubt.
Excuse me, because Laydii Dutchess is that nasty, hardcore, pop my shit rapper. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But when I dig deep into the woman that I am,
this gonna be this gonna be a little personal.
It is extremely,
Okay.
extremely.
Okay.
Especially Shelly.
Okay.
Shelly is a deep record.
So we need to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, Shelly's deep. Shelly's like Tony's story, but the female version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you really taking it there?
Yeah.
So like when that should be coming out? Sometime 22? What time?
I'm thinking sometime in 22. My EP will be released May 13th.
Okay.
My mother's birthday.
Oh, that's dope.
She passed away. Rest in peace to her. And that I'm looking forward to.
That'd be awesome. That'll be a awesome way to honor your mother. And it seems like you're making this personal.
Extremely.
So people get to see.
Extremely. And I don't want you guys to really quote me on that date. Let me take that back. May 13th is the date that we're pushing for.
Right.
But of course
Tentative.
it takes time, and then I have to stick to, release dates. First quarter is going to be crunch time for me because we're going into a new year.
Right.
But I'm expecting May 13th. Man, I want to put it out there so bad. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man.
But that's the only thing, you're working with a different, with the machine, and you gotta understand,
Chucky's dreams.
it's all pros and cons to the situation though, man. But I think it's dope. I think it's dope. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna talk.
Go ahead. Somebody just chimed in on the FaceTime, so we're anticipating big time.
Yes.
About what you're gonna be doing. So
understood.
So it should definitely be something personal that we're going to be able to listen and people get to know the bride, because I think a lot of people don't know. So that'll be the key.
I can't. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Uh-oh. I understand.
I couldn't just not. I would have been like, what?
Yeah, I understand.
Let me turn this ringer off, because that is so unprofessional. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. It was an accident.
That's what they do when they get signed.
I definitely don't.
You see how they get? You see how they get all fancy?
Of course not. I would never.
It's all cool. Because I'm going to catch her in LA and Travis like, oh my God, Joke, where you at? I need an interview. I'm like, nah, I'm out the way.
The good thing about that is my personality. The good thing is my personality is immaculate, so I'll never change on you.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Okay. You got all these accents. I mean, you're so personable.
Oh, cool.
You know how to talk. You know how to control yourself in the room.
Yeah.
That is key.
Thank you.
That is cute. That is key because it's like, to be a people person, you got to move through rooms when you're dealing with this type of business.
Yeah.
You can't take that hood mentality into a business room.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You can't take the business room into the hood. Like, you got to be able to transform and know what's for who. Everything ain't for everybody.
No, not at all. And the good thing is, too, like, and it's crazy because, like, I'm in a place right now where I'm evolving. I'm transitioning as a woman.
Yeah.
And I have had to cut ties and reconstruct my circle.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I'm realizing that who I am and the person that I'm becoming, people from my past don't deserve that.
Yeah.
And I can't take everyone from my past.
Yeah.
I can't walk them into the same rooms I'm going to go into.
No doubt.
Like, and Keisha Cole, I hate to keep name dropping, but I have to reference. Keisha Cole's story was the perfect example because she wanted her sister and her mother and all these people to go with her so bad.
Yeah.
And she became a reflection of them.
Exactly.
Not them a reflection of her.
Exactly.
And I don't want that to happen to me.
And it can happen quickly.
So I've just learned to just remain a brand.
I appreciate you coming out here today. This has been delightful.
Yeah, this is dope.
This is delightful. This can't be the last time you come.
It can't be. I actually prepared something to share with you when we're about to wrap up, but I'll wait.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Really? We about to wrap up?
Not we about to wrap up, but that's awesome. You got something for me?
Yeah,
like, that's
I did.
awesome. That's
it's really for the fan base, but it's for you too.
That's dope. But like, okay, for the fan base.
Yeah.
Me a little bit. Okay.
You a lot, because I wouldn't be here had it not been for you.
Not only that, it's just like, we bring things full circle here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just dope saying this. Like, it feels like a dream. Like, but I open the door, like, oh my God, like this is crazy, man. Because I just feel like, man,
this is dope.
It is.
I appreciate you and the opportunity to be here. This is really dope.
It is, and it takes a lot of work, man. But it takes a lot of work for you guys to do what you all do. I interview a lot of rappers now. Like, this shit will come to y'all safe haven or something.
Oh, excuse me. He said I interview a lot of rappers now. Oh, excuse
Not like that. It's like this, like y'all safe haven. Like, everybody, hey, I want next. I want in. Hey, what y'all doing over there? All right,
cool.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you come through. I'm like, what you doing this weekend? Like, nah, I'm doing something different. Nah, this ain't the rappers weekend. Like, chill, dog.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Y'all really taking over Broken Studios, and I appreciate all of y'all.
Thank you.
Because like on the way up, I gotta remember that, like, y'all guys are giving me the foundation,
and
the motivation. Like, I see you guys hustle. Like, that's another thing about like your Instagram. Like, you be on there heavy. Talk to me about your Instagram presence and how you stay a fixture on there. I see you on multiple lives, multiple posts, TikToks or reels. Like, it's a thing.
It's really organic though. Like, it just happens.
It's you though.
Like, definitely. Even like recently, I did a hip hop music review. I just got called back on the tour. I was on there with New Jersey Twerk and Babs and Mickey Fax, and they called me back on the 21st. I'll be back on the 21st for a battle with Big Crit. It'll be Mickey Fax and Big Crit judging, and it's a lot of rules and stipulations. But I do this shit in my sleep, so I'm with it. But it's always just coincidental or accidentally. Like, I just happen to be scrolling through lives. Like, at the top, you see who's on live.
Yeah.
And I saw they were on live. I pressed request. See, the laws of attraction are very real. Yeah. When it's ordained, it's meant to, and it's meant to be. It happens. I just clicked join, and they added me immediately.
Word.
You got 2 seconds. You got to spit. I just went off.
Wow.
We want you back on the 21st. Okay, cool.
Word.
But that's what happens all the time on my live. It's just random. Yeah. I'll be scrolling through reels, and I'll like the whatever the reel is, and I'll say, I'm about to redo this. I'll go in, I could be wig off, lashes off. I'll go in the bathroom, do my hair, my makeup, and my lashes, and just to do a reel.
Yeah.
I post a lot. I just whatever. I mean, it's just, I give myself attention.
Yeah.
So the camera and me is all I need. So that's where the posting comes from. And then my music, of course, I know that I have to remain relevant.
No doubt.
I know that my single's new. I know that my video, I just dropped a new video.
Right.
My video's new. So I just keep reposting for relevancy.
Right.
But it's not something that I really think about. It's become a habit now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. What's your favorite place you done visited so far? You seen it? You like LA?
I haven't been.
You been to Vegas? You haven't been to
the.
Oh man, they ain't seen you yet. Oh my
So
God.
actually, they actually did. I was supposed to go and shoot a video in June.
Mm-hmm.
No, July. And ended up having to cancel the flight. The good thing is I got a flight credit. So I'll fly out in February. But we had to cancel because of some things I had going on here. I couldn't fly out. But I will be flying out in February to shoot the video for my single.
Oh, wow.
And we're shooting Calabasas and Venice, at Venice Beach.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You might not even come back.
What? And we have an artist house there in Henderson. So I don't know if I want to come back.
That's dope. You're going to love it. You got the LA vibe.
But the favorite, I guess the best.
New York.
New York is my favorite.
Definitely.
I think New York and Atlanta are my two favorite places that I've been.
Definitely dope.
Especially New York. I got a lot of people in New York. In Brooklyn and the Bronx and Harlem. Like
you stayed up there for 3 years?
I did 3 years off and on.
I didn't know that.
3 years off and on. I stayed consecutively for like a year and 4 months. Came back and then went back again.
Okay.
And then came back and then went back again for like 4 or 5 months.
How was it living up there?
Oh, it was nice. Actually, what happened was, funny story. This was a while ago. Fat Trail and them did, remember, Floyd Mayweather's birthday party at Howard Theater. I leave out and I'm thinking I'm trying to catch up with Trail and them. So I see a Sprinter out front and they're like, come on, we going to the same place. So I hopped in the Sprinter thinking I'm hopping the Sprinter with somebody from Trail's camp. I hopped in Troy Ave Sprinter. with him and Hovain and everybody.
Oh wow.
So we get back to the Renaissance Hotel downtown, and I go up to this room and the guy like, what you do? I'm like, I rap. I sing and I play guitar. He like, spit something. So I rapped for like 2 minutes, 3 maybe. He like, sing something. So I sang. He like, show me an F chord. So I showed him with my fingers. He like, I'm about to put you in a cab. I'm like, what I do? He like, man, I was trying to smash. But I see dollar signs looking at you. I want to work with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you home. You call me when you ready to come to New York. This was Trife Gangsta. I was in a room with. I had no clue. Like 2-3 weeks later, I had like $600 in my pocket maybe. And I hopped on a Greyhound. And I called him. I said, I'm on my way to New York. He said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am.
Wow.
He said, when you get there, when you get to Penn Station, you call me. So I ended up at Port Authority. I had no clue where I was. So I call him. He gives me Hovain's number. Hovain gives me an address. I'm at BSB's house in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy. And they wanted to make me BSB First Lady, which was Troy Ave's camp.
Right.
And I stayed for a while. And I was doing all these shows, freaking Uncle Murda's release party. I did at Sue's Rendezvous and all this stuff. And things weren't moving fast enough for me.
Oh.
When he caught that charge with the shooting and stuff, I literally packed my bags one morning and left. I didn't tell nobody.
Right.
And Trife called me the afternoon like, where's your stuff? Where are you? And I was like, I'm on my way home. And he was like, that's not how you do business. That's bad for business. You shouldn't have up and left like that. You could have told me, you know?
Right.
And we didn't talk for a few months. We rekindled after that. But I got scared.
Yeah.
Things weren't moving fast. I didn't like that there was bad press, you know. And I'm this young girl in New York, don't know nobody.
Exactly.
I was scared.
Yeah.
And I just left.
Right.
And then after that, I just kept going back. Me and Cassidy are like this. So anytime he would go home, like Dutch come through. I remember one time I was stuck in New York. Not stuck in New York, but I couldn't afford my room for 2 days. And he was like, get in a car. Come to this address. So I took a car to Hoboken in Jersey and met Cassidy and his girl. And I stayed at their flat for like 3 days.
Oh, that's dope.
And then they sent me back to the train in the car.
That's dope.
But New York just became a second home. I love New York. I'm in New York a lot.
That's dope.
I haven't been in a year. I haven't been in like a year and 4 months.
Really?
But when it's time to go back, I did a show in Connecticut. I was the featured artist for the grand opening of the Euphoria nightclub. And it's crazy because it sucked because I had all 36 people there because Fabio was at the club across the street.
Really?
And he packed out the club. I had nobody at the grand opening. I was so pissed.
Wow.
But it was a hell of an experience. I had a blast, man.
Definitely.
I had a blast.
Definitely. Those are times you never forget, you know what
Man,
I'm saying?
what?
Yeah.
It was fun. I actually shot a video that night. It's on YouTube. It was lit. Had a good time.
Word. So what's the treat you got for these fans? You ready for that?
What's the treat I have for them?
Yeah, you say you got something to give to the fans. You got something
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
So it's not really a treat. It's just what I want to leave you guys with.
You got some words of encouragement?
I do.
You got something for us?
I do.
I want to hear it. I need to be inspired.
So so can I just really quick? I'm writing a book, and it is my biography, and I end my EP with this, but it's the first page of my prologue of my book. But it's when it's all said and done, I'm going to go down in history as more than smoke and flames. Remember my name like the Jesse Williams is. More than just walking this earth, but the things I did, I will be magnificent. To make a difference in the walks of young black girls who need to know their makeup is of sold riches and oats. Sold rich men and women brought here on boats, stripped and ripped of everything fed, scraps and oats. I am and will be a leader. Leading my people away from the struggle. Using my pieces to piece together the puzzle. Letting the people know the ways of the world start with the people. See, it starts with us. Extending the invitation to you, and then you extending the invitation to the next lost soul, because knowledge is key. The keys that opens doors, piques the interest of the intellectual, letting them know that we want more, because in fact, we want it all back. So it starts with I, Laydii Dutchess, I can, I will not stop, I am a conqueror, I survived.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Laydii Dutchess, y'all.
Thank you.
You are the first who spit here, so you hold that. You the first one who's like spit spoken word like that. That was you.
Definitely.
And that's dope.
I'm glad I ain't spit that nasty shit I wrote. It's like, no.
Oh, here we go. Now they gonna catch that on your IG.
They gonna catch that on my IG.
They catch
man.
that on IG. Hey, I'm telling you, man. But it's been hellified fun catching up with you.
Thank you so
long.
much. Thank you so much. I just want to let everybody know, you can find me on Instagram. As a matter of fact, you can find me anywhere. If you go to Google, type in Laydii, Dutchess is spelled Dutchess. You can find me on every platform. My new single, Lonely, featuring Keezy, is out streaming in 47 countries on all platforms. Shouts out to It's Gorgeous Music. That's the label. BWA Kane, Trouble Two Times, Kiki Lachey. Shouts out to you too, Joker, Broken Studios. I have to plug Love More Brand, Sucker Free, and Lane 22. I am definitely proud of everybody from the Alexandria, Virginia area that's doing it big. The DMV is our time right now. Take heed and do not let it go over your head.
Hey, she said it all. What else do I need to say? Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all check out Laydii Dutchess. I am telling you, you will be impressed.
I'm excited.
This lady is a hustler. I'm telling y'all. Don't say I ain't warn you.
That's that purr, kitty's purr.
What they say, big purr? Little purr?
No.
Look.
No, I'm little purr.
Check
I'm
out,
little kitty.
check out Laydii Dutchess. I'm telling y'all, she's good peoples. Don't say I didn't tell you. We're going to get up out of here, but I appreciate y'all time for watching this and listening. And I'll see y'all soon. And as always, you can find me broken. Peace. Say peace, Laydii Dutchess.
Peace, love, and hair grease.